when you meet a girl for the first time, you should never rub your hands and ask them questions like, so you live alone? You know what I'm saying? You can't. Yeah. So who you live with? Yeah. Where like, so it depends on, so it's cool like to have different like.
Different.
You a gun owner?
Yeah. So you
a gun owner?
You ain't a gun owner, are you?
Yeah.
Word.
How you feel about alarms? Alarm systems.
You like be on camera? Like it is. It's never good when you run. You never you say you think positive.
Yeah.
So you got paid today? Like there's no question you can ask and rub your hands and be good.
Right.
It's always suspicious.
You find them pants you was looking for? Like, what?
Thank you for tuning in to the Jokeaday podcast. You got myself and my co-host David Griffin here. Got a special guest today. I don't know what episode number we on, but we just gonna get into it today. I had a little intro planned in my mind, but I ain't gonna do it no more because we kind of pressed for time, unfortunately, because David been handicapped. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. Nah, just trying to fill people in on your life. He been taking the parking spaces closest to the buildings now because he injured himself. You know what I'm saying? So he took a while to get it started today. I blame him. This is how I deal with confrontation. I just start the podcast.
I appreciate you exposing me and doing this.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
This is a good way to start things.
Yeah, exactly. The wrong side of the bed is what it's like. Want you to wake up. You know what I mean?
Want you just push on past this.
Okay, we'll push past. Yeah, PP. So anyway, we got a special guest today. Somebody I've known since the beginning of my start in the scene. I believe he started a little bit before me. Let me see. He's a produces shows. I know you can catch him anywhere from Ohio, New York, VA. I know some of the places that he hit. I don't know all of them, but I know he gets around, East Coast specifically. And one of the hardest working brothers, I like his work ethic, man. One of the hardest working brothers in the scene that I respect. Y'all make some noise for Jounte Ferguson. Jounte.
What's up, y'all?
How you feeling, man?
Good. How about y'all?
We good, man. We good. Thank you for taking the time out to make it out to do the podcast with us.
No question.
Because I know you ain't really know what to expect. You know, everybody do podcasts differently. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just agreeing to do it off the strength of just knowing each other. I appreciate that.
So anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
So yeah, man. So I guess I get started with this. How did you get into comedy in the first place? What made you even get into comedy?
Well, at first, besides like being funny in school, this and the third, when I first like tried to put my foot into it and started, I wanted to do skits because I thought, acting and all that stuff would be fun. But as I was doing it, I realized that you got to depend on other people, and a lot of people are not dependable. So I was thinking like, what can I do that's just on me? So started doing stand-up, but it didn't start like that. I was working at Military Circle Mall in DTLR.
Pause. Let's take a pause. That's made it a lot in your act. I thought you was just joking. You really did work at military.
Yeah, I did. I really was in there.
Okay.
I worked at Military Circle Mall, DTLR, and I forget what's his name? Miguel. I always mess up his name, but he was the lead for Juwanna Man.
Oh, Nunez.
Nunez. Yeah. He walked past, and me and my coworker was like, "Yo, what's that?" And so I was like, "Yo, are you a Charlotte Banshee?" He was like, "I sure am." And he did the voice. And he was like, "Yo, you gotta come in here and like sign autographs and take pictures." So as he was doing it, I was just talking to him, making him laugh and stuff like that. And before he left out, this one lady wanted to take a picture, and they asked me to take the picture for him. So I was like, "All right, say cheese on 4." And he started laughing again. So I took the picture, and he was like, "Can I talk to you?" I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Do you act or do stand up or anything like that?" And I was like, "Nah." He said, "You should give it a try." And I was like, "All right." And I went to Walmart, bought a notebook, and been doing it ever since.
That's dope, bro. Awesome. That's dope. I like that. I actually
cool origin story.
It is, man. Yeah.
I gotta meet him one day and tell him like, "Yo, I'm here because of you." That one day changed everything. So
that's dope.
Yes,
that's dope. I actually randomly, what is it? the same place. They J. Cole from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
yeah.
Fayetteville, what they call it, right?
Yeah.
I randomly saw him and Cole from Martin together. Like they was hanging out. I know, right? I was just
That's a big age gap, and it's like,
is it really?
J. Cole and Cole from
No,
Martin?
not J. Cole. The dude, Miguel Nunez.
Oh, you saw it. Oh,
I saw Miguel. I'm sorry if I won't clear. No, I saw Juwanna Man and I
Hanging
saw
out
Cole.
with- Okay, that's dope.
I saw them together in Fayetteville once. I was on the shoot. That's what I used to.
Yeah, he was on the episode of Martin.
He was on the episode of Martin.
Yeah. Was it Pretty Ricky?
Pretty Ricky. Yeah. Pretty Ricky, what they call
So
it.
that makes sense that they all.
Yeah.
How many times was you on that show? That was a funny character.
I don't know,
Was that
bro.
the only time he was on?
I don't remember.
That was a class reunion, I think.
Man of the decade.
Man of the decade. How do you have that? What's the criteria to have the man of the decade?
Oh no, bro. I think they was just trying to make just create that whole how much he was sunning him. You know what I'm saying? Pretty Ricky was just that dude. You know what I'm saying? So,
but can you imagine that though? Like y'all have the man of the decade from your school. Like that's funny.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd just cause unnecessary hate for
Yeah.
no reason. Because you talking about your classmates, your peers.
Because there's always that obvious person that's super successful.
Word.
And but I'm not gonna vote for him. 'Cause
Right.
I'm gonna vote for myself.
Right.
That's something like if I had that like the resources to actually find all the people's address and like send out that mail, I would do that.
That would be hilarious.
Man of the decade.
The person of the decade from our school.
I don't even, because I'd be like, if I was feeling some kind of way, I'd be like, come on, bro, not one of them 10 years. Like all 10, he was just firing
Exactly. Like,
all cylinders all 10 years.
He was on top of the league. He ran the league that long. Come on,
He
man.
had no off season, bro.
Right.
Nobody's that consistent. I'm
Reign for
going.
a decade. Yeah.
Yeah, man of the decade,
Like,
bro.
nah, that fell off in '99. I remember.
Yeah.
Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
I'm gonna watch that when I get home. All right.
That's funny. So you literally, just off the strength of seeing somebody you recognize from TV and movies and stuff, because he had he was on Sparks and Sparks. He had a TV show. You remember that shit? You remember that? Sparks is he a lawyer or something like that? Sparks and Sparks.
I remember the name of the show.
Right.
I feel like he was on TV too, bro. I really do. He had a run, bro. He had a little bit of a run.
because he probably was like doing this thing when like UPN was like a thing.
Right. It's
He
the
was, like, in
90s.
that-
He was a 90s dude, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
you
was
know
in
what I
that
mean?
era,
He
so-
ran at least mid to late 90s, I'm guessing.
And then on top of that, it was Juwanna Man. It was like I don't know about y'all, but when I used to get out of school, I used to watch FX a lot. And,
Okay.
yeah, and FX used to have like random movies all the time. Like I saw Juwanna Man, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
yeah.
Just random stuff that I would never watch. So that's how like I got into Juwanna Man movie, and I was like, okay. And then when I seen him, I'm like, okay. And I watch the movie all the time because I don't want to say it's a cheesy, but it's a cult following type movie.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah.
gonna watch
It's
it
one of them
regardless.
joints. Definitely classic.
Like you got Genuine, Tommy Davidson. What's her name?
Tommy Davis is underrated, bro.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
He is very. I can't think of a movie where he was a leading role.
Booty Call. He was kind of like Cole with
Cole
Jamie
Lee,
Foxx.
yeah.
But just straight Tommy Davidson, starring Tommy Davidson.
Strictly Business.
Strictly
Wasn't that him?
business.
Strictly Business. It was him, and then the supporting character was Wayans, the young what's his name? What's the younger brother?
Marlon.
Yeah, it was Marlon.
Marlon and Strictly Business.
Marlon was like in the mailroom.
I'm about to check that out.
Strictly Business was Tommy Davis.
That wasn't Damon Wayans.
You might be thinking about.
I'm about to Google this. We got phones right here, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Let's just look at it.
Because Strictly Business is the one, that's not the one where it's like with Stacey Dash in it, right?
That's the one that's Damon Wayans and Marlon.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Stacey Dash.
I thought it was Mo Money.
Is that okay? That's
Mo Money.
Mo Money. Yeah,
that's
Mo
Mo
Money.
Money.
Yeah, Strictly Business, Tommy Davidson.
Let me see. Well, I had to check that out.
That was his lead. Yeah, it was him because he was that dude, and the dude that was like corny was the dude from Cosby that played Denise's husband. He was the corny dude, and they was competing for Halle Berry. Halle Berry was the girl.
Or they was just
I'm
trying
gonna
to
check
make,
that out. Strictly
or they were trying to
Business.
make him cool enough to get with Halle Berry.
I think that was it.
So-
yeah, he was like the cool. He was the Magic Negro in reverse, like the hood,
like his
his cool mentor.
Yeah, like what's the character from Pinocchio?
Geppetto?
No, the little grasshopper.
Jiminy Cricket. Yeah.
He was his Jiminy Cricket.
Have y'all? I noticed like off topic. Well, it's still on topic. It used to be like a couple years ago. If you didn't have cable and you like put the antenna in, it used to be like this channel like 10.3, and it had like a whole bunch of black movies. And there was this movie that I've never seen before with Martin, and he was like it was Martin and what's his name? Pops from Friday. John Witherspoon. He was in it, and he was running like a comedy club, and and I was like, yo, where did this come from? And it was cool because he would get up there, do a little set, then get off, and you had like Debo, you would have like all these different like, you know, black comedians trying to come up, and I was like, yo, that's dope. Cause you really don't see it that much now. You see like,
bro, I know what you're talking about. I saw it. I've never seen that entire movie, but I've seen pieces of it.
And Martin was like, I guess what's his name? Pops ran the club, but his wife, him and his wife won't mess with each other, but the wife was messing with Martin. Yeah, that's how Martin got the host for the.
I seen that too. I seen that too, and I can't think of what the name of it is, bro.
It'd be cool how like movies that you see kind of shape how you know. Your final product of you.
Yeah. Bro, that's how everything worked early on. Everybody that you saw all played together and stuff before they branched out. Like everybody that like played on Cosby and like Different World played on School Days. You know what I'm saying?
And
like House Party, yeah.
And what's that movie with Spike Lee? Where everybody was singing and stuff.
the
School Days. Was it School Days?
When you talk School Days, yes.
Where they had
that's School Days. It's School Days. Yeah, it was pretty much kind of like a musical.
Yeah,
semi-music. But it was the college camp. But yeah, everybody played in that. Everybody played in. They either played in a Spike movie or they did something early on. Mm-hmm. And if you look, even I saw a clip. I think. I saw like Megan Good had posted a clip of her. She was a little girl in Friday. Yeah. Did you see?
I hate him.
Yeah, it's just people you see like people put each other on like that.
And it's crazy because like, dang, they've been doing this since then. Like even Justin Smollett, I didn't know he was in Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. Yep.
Matter of fact, they had a whole TV show.
Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, all the brothers and sisters, because we were just talking about that.
Yeah, the comedian, the guy who we was talking about, he was the
Now I can't think his name.
Right, he was the lead character.
He was the dad.
The dad in that show.
Yep.
You know, it was a show that's weird, but I used to watch it. Rock. I remember
Rock wasn't weird. You thought Rock was weird?
It was like certain things that they.
Maybe I don't remember. I probably don't remember it well enough.
Maybe it was weird to me because the way Rock acted sometimes, but it was so top tier when Rock and what's his name?
His brother?
No, he played the bad guy.
He played Pinky in Friday. You talking about?
Yeah.
Who was Andre? That was his name. He was a drug dealer named Andre.
Right.
When they got on screen together, that was like top tier. Like I was like, okay, because it felt like so real. But besides the other stuff, Rock was kind of like, But the brother was cool.
Y'all remember when Rock they did? Was it an entire season or an entire episode where it was like they did it live?
Oh,
y'all remember that?
Vaguely. Like they was one of the first people to do something like that.
They did an entire episode live. They recorded it live and it aired as they were recorded. Like,
oh wow,
yeah, that was crazy. I remember they did that for. Was that a couple? They might have done it for a few episodes where they did something like that.
Yeah, you don't see many like people try to do it in the last like this era. I've seen like here and there, but people be scared to do that, man. Cause you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
like,
they had
usually
some scenes where it was like they messed up, but it was just they were able to keep it going. But that was tight. I remember that.
It's like a lot of people are scared to mess up, but I remember when Chris Rock did his recent special.
Oh, and he messed up. Yeah.
And he messed up, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna keep going." Mm-hmm. And he did it over again. And I was like, "That's so cool." The fact that Chris Rock can mess up and just keep it going. It just show like a lot of other comedians that's not nowhere near his level. Like it's okay to mess up. Just be you.
Bro, I don't even know if I'm gonna put this on the episode but I saw the first time I went to a comedy club was when I was deciding to do comedy. And Chris Rock performed that night. and he was working out the material for Tambourine.
Okay.
Remember the one with the special before this one?
Yeah.
And he literally, like, off the pad was just working it out. He won't kill him. He won't hit, like, you know what I'm saying? In fact, it was a real bad crowd. I'm ashamed to say I was in there. It was a late show. It was like 1 a.m, something like that. Crowd was drunk. It won't really hitting like that. But he was just like asking, you know, this how many you know, y'all heard of Joel Osteen? I remember he was working out. He trying to do stuff about televangelists and stuff like that. Because I heard him mention them before in some of his act, but he was trying to build that setup, and that was my first time going. But yeah, that let me know something too. Like, yeah, you got to start. Everybody got to start over. When you write new material, you gotta.
Before, like, I ain't gonna say I felt like I got too big, but before, like, I say more on the come up. I used to have like a routine where I'll write a joke Sunday, you know, or have like a, you know, setup of what I want to say. Monday, I would go to, was it either, it wasn't Lagoon, was it Gloom? No, it was, then you on 35th Street, then after that, we'll go to the bowling alley.
Yeah,
so I was,
Pin Boys.
Pin Boys.
Yeah.
Then I'll take, you know, whatever I came up with and see how that worked. Then I'll take that and take it to Tuesday to the Iguana. So by then, you know, I'll have Wednesday to go, you know, work it out. Then I get the Cosby's on Thursdays. Then Friday, I go to ODE with it. So by Saturday, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
And I really respect how, like you say, Chris Rock would actually sit there and just be like, all right, blah, 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 blah. That's not funny? Okay. Blah, 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 blah. That's not funny? Okay. Because it's showing that you're willing to take that risk to see if it hits or not. Because if you don't take that risk, you're going to stay in your same little bubble telling the same jokes.
Right.
So, and then when you're on that level, he's like, if you already know you're funny, like, this is why I respect open mic comedians that not afraid to, like, just say a joke. Because if it's not funny, oh, well, that's how I'm not going to know if it's not funny if I don't try it.
Right.
So I really respect comedians who actually go out there and say new jokes and go through the process, because that's the only way you got to do it. You got to be unafraid to not be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a process. Like, I would go to an open mic before I used to host it. I'll go up there with my piece of paper, say 5 jokes. When they ain't laugh at one, all right, cool. Say the other one, all right, they'll giggle out of that one. Okay, I'll keep that one, and I know in a room full of comedians, that'll make them laugh. That one's good. So it's a process, but it's a fun one. And I'm glad that, you know, we can see like the OGs and the people who've been doing it for years and the legends fuck up or go through a process.
They got to build. Everybody got to build, bro. When you first started, you said you was trying to do sketches first. Is that where the 757 Fresh Prince name came from? Or was that just a nickname you had at school on the come up?
Actually, I got that name September 9th, 2006. I started a Twitter, and I was thinking of a name, and I was in the computer lab, and I was watching Fresh Prince on YouTube, and I was like, I'm from Virginia, all right, 757 Fresh Prince.
Okay.
And boom, and it just, and being in school and Twitter, it's like, most of my friends from New York, Jersey, Florida, and all that. So while I'm meeting them on, like, well, I know them on campus, but when I know them on Twitter, let's say I'm tweeting you, and you live in Florida, I'm from Virginia. You keep retweeting my stuff, now the people that you know are gonna start following me. So before I got, before I think I got hacked one time on Twitter, I had like, it's like 4,000 followers, but it was just off of Virginia State. And then like with Instagram, it was Virginia State people versus the people I meet in comedy. So it's like, it's crazy. The networking is crazy. But yeah, that's how I got with 757 Fresh Prince and kept it.
How you feel about Petersburg?
As in,
just period. Because Petersburg was hood. Like, I'm from Richmond, and when we rarely did, because they won't like, we will only play, the district would go to the counties, but like Petersburg was too far for us to play. My zone was Huguenot. I don't know how much you knew about Richmond, but anyway, you may not. But my point was, if we did play them for like a district thing or something like that, we had police escorts. It This is the only time we had police escorts was when we played Petersburg.
Okay.
Specifically, so like when we went down there, I was like, yo.
Petersburg.
I didn't know it was like that when
yeah.
I was coming up. I mean, I knew later, but when I was real young, I didn't really know a lot.
Man, Petersburg was turned up, and especially like when you're like between 18 and 22 and 23, and you're in that environment. Yeah, it's wild. I remember one time I left class, came home on Wolf Street around 2:30, and there was like ambulance and police cars all down the street. Come to find out, the lunch lady that worked at Virginia State got shot in the head.
Dang.
Because she stole her boyfriend's drugs.
What?
Yeah, 2:30.
And hold on, this was middle of the day or this was in the
Middle of the day. I just left class. I drove home, come home about to eat a sandwich and chill out for a little bit. My roommates, everybody just standing outside and they're like, what happened? They was like, yo, she got killed.
Man, I'm trying to be like a decent human because the comedian in me want to play off that and say something, but I'm like, that's messed up though, bro.
It's like, I know, that's all you can think of, like, dang, like, it's real. And I'm like, 20, like, wow. And then I had like a couple friends die from like, one guy, he, long story short, he got into a gang and they beat him to death. And then the next day it was like they graffiti all over the school and stuff like that. But when they reported it on the news, they didn't say it was Petersburg, it was in Ettrick.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's messed up. Yeah, but Petersburg's turned up. It's definitely turned up.
They don't be saying Colonial Heights, they be like Petersburg.
Ooh, Colonial Heights, Colonial Heights, man. If you ever drive out Colonial Heights, make sure you got both hands on the steering wheel because they do not play.
Bro, I had a cop threaten to arrest me in front of my family in Colonial Heights.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
In front of my family. He pulled me over for speeding. But I had just bought the car.
He was probably going like 5 miles over or something like that. They don't play. They don't.
Bro, they had the dealership hadn't transferred everything over with my tags yet. So it was looking like I'm riding dirty. Like I stole the whip. You know what I'm saying?
Family.
Right. With my family. I'm talking about car seat in the back, babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got him.
Yeah. But he was like, he was like, he was telling me, he was like, this isn't adding up. I'd take you down right now in front of your family. Like, I was like, bruh, relax, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What you trying to do, man?
I can take you down. Like,
yeah, bro. Like, what's that? Like
the lead of a car theft ring.
Like, babies can't remember this young. You gonna give her a memory in 6 months?
My dad got locked up. All she can see is you.
Just on the ground, sir. Spread them. I'm like, hold on, man. It's in front of my baby.
I would never. If I don't have kids, but I would never want to get arrested in front of my family or beat up. I'd rather get arrested and beat up in front of my family.
You rather get arrested than beat up in front of your family?
I'd rather get. If there was on a choice, all right. If they came to me and said, "Look, we either can beat you up, or we can arrest you."
Yeah.
In front of your family,
right?
Arrest me.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Because I mean, they just got to see me get pulled off.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But they ain't got to see those.
You doing this and getting in the car. Right.
Yeah. Getting beat up. That's
beat up. Yeah.
You can't like after that. You can't really like. Hey, turn that TV off. You better. Yeah, you better learn how to fight. You can never get that back.
Yeah. Your kids will be talking back smooth, like you said. You be like, clean your room. Like, oh, like that dude cleans your closet.
And so, hey, man, what, you know him what's up? What's up? Matter of fact, I bet. We see around Christmas time.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? Like, it's crazy because, like, with these little kids now, it's different. Like, I know you heard about a 6-year-old who shot that teacher. And I'm like,
yeah, that was in, like, Newport News, right?
Yeah, that's so close to home because usually when stuff like this happens, it's like, you know, like crazy in Dakota or something you can say like that, but it's happening, and it's like that's scary.
It is scary.
Like, how do you? Because like when I was listening on the news, they were saying that the teacher had to talk to him and explain to him and all that. I'm like, yo, you're a 6-year-old kid. Go in the corner and relax. And then I don't know, man. It's just because like I've been looking for a part-time job and I seen that they had substitute like a lot, and I'm like, I don't know, man. The only way I could probably do it. And I said it on stage, but this is real. Like, if they started like messing with me, acting crazy, I'll be like, hold on for a second. I'll go out and I'll crack the door so they can hear me. And I'll be like, these little Oh no, man. I can't get locked up again for hitting a kid, man. This my second straight. I can't do it no more, man. Be cool, Jounte. Just be cool. And then the walk-in like, all right, kids, let's try to finish this class over with. Let's get it done. Cause dog, it's
like Mr. Ferguson, don't play.
exactly. That's all I need.
So every time we bring somebody on the show, we try to do this segment called Sit Down and Stand Up, which basically means if you got something new that you want to work out, new bit, new material, we just workshop it with us, help you get it ready for the stage. Okay. You know, if you like the suggestions, whatever, we just doing it for fun right now, but, you know, we really will try to offer something if you think it worked. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
What you working on?
Well, it's not really like a long joke. It's just like part of one, but I'm trying to like make it bigger.
Okay.
It's like in the all right, in my head I have jokes like categories. So under this one it's gonna be under fears. So like when I start talking about the fears, I'm gonna bring one of these up, and I might potentially make it a callback. So I say one of my fears is somebody saying my first and last name followed by I've been waiting for this moment. And then after a while, I'll give an example like, yeah, I could be pumping the gas and somebody just hop out of the bushes. He'd be like, Jounte Ferguson, I've been waiting for this moment. And they start tying their shoes. I'd be like, I don't know what to do next.
Right.
So I wanted to try to build on that. So then at the end of my set, I can be like, yeah, so I was just, at the candy store and then somebody just bust out and said, Jounte Ferguson, I've been waiting for this moment. So I'm just trying to figure out how can I say it there and call it back until like, one of my, I don't know, it's gonna come to me, but that's what I've been trying to work on lately because I think that's a really funny, like that one stands out. Because,
right.
Yeah. Cause I think that will really kind of scare somebody. Somebody like you just chilling,
and they know you. They come out like they know you.
And then you say, "I've been waiting for this moment." What did that mean?
Right.
Oh man, wait till I see Lionel. Like you gotta be. Then when they see you, like
it's funny you did. I was gonna suggest the Birdman rub. You did it, Jounte Ferguson. I've been waiting for this.
See, you know what though? And I was talking to my friend about this. I do like to add stuff like that in, but a lot of times, especially the shows that I'm booked for, I'm usually like one of the younger comedians up there. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times they don't understand my references and stuff like that, and it sucks because I definitely like to. I like doing like Birdman hand rub or Word to Soldier Boy and stuff like that, but it's a hit or miss depending on where I'm at. So with that being said, I do have like old versions of it and like newer versions of that.
But yeah, you got to do that. You don't have to say the Birdman. Everybody connect.
I think you could just say like body
a,
language wise, they connect with Jounte Ferguson.
You're right.
Especially your tone.
Or you could just say like a villain, like a cartoon villain. Or,
see, it depends on how long I'm on stage because I also got a bit where I'm like, when you meet a girl for the first time, you should never rub your hands and ask some questions like, so you live alone? You know what I'm saying? You can't. So who you live with? Yeah. Where like, so it depends on, so it's cool like to have different like.
Different.
You a gun owner?
Yeah. So you
a gun owner?
You ain't a gun owner, are you?
Yeah.
Word.
How you feel about alarms? Alarm systems.
You like be on camera? Like it is. It's never good when you run. You say you think positive.
Yeah.
So you got paid today? Like there's no question you can ask and rub your hands and be good.
Right.
It's always suspicious.
You find them pants you was looking for? Like what? Like, random as hell that I know you seen that movie 3 Strikes.
The old joke. Yeah, I don't remember that joke though, bro.
It's real random. So I was looking for it. I couldn't find it nowhere. Come to find out, they just stopped making it. They stopped making the DVD for it. I found it, so I've been searching. I was online. I don't know why I end up doing these little projects. It took me like a couple weeks, but I found it.
Yeah.
They wanted $37 for it, and I paid it. And it's like, and then like when I get around people, I bring it up in conversation. Like, so when the last time you seen 3 Strikes? Man, I seen that joke about like 4-5 years ago. Word. I bet you can't find it now. And then they be like, man, I was like, can. They'll call me later on that night, like, man, I can't find it nowhere. I'll be like, well, I got the DVD if you want to watch it. And then just set up like $10. I'll let you check it out. But it's crazy how like they're moving everything to digital and stream. That if they wanted to, they stopped making DVDs and they just stopped streaming it.
Yeah, that's it. But that's kind of like what Disney used to do before they came out with Disney
With the
Plus.
vault, the Disney
vault.
vault.
Yeah, everything would go and they'd be like, it's in the vault.
It's in the Disney vault.
And they wouldn't release movie. You couldn't find it nowhere. It wouldn't be on no streaming service, no.
Because this was before streaming.
Yeah, it'd be a subscription.
Yeah.
Premium. You couldn't find it on no premium movie channel. They used to throw movies in the vault. Oh, this me right here.
Yeah, you're right. You might be right about that because I remember, like in my time, there was the we had the VCR. I had those. I had the Lion King and all that.
Right.
Dang, did they have them? You might be right on that.
Yeah, because when they started doing like the DVDs and
VHS.
they used to drop like, it was like, oh, we bringing back like
remastered.
Lion King
coming
coming out of the Disney vault. For a limited time.
It would be like when Jay's come out almost. Be like,
All right, you can find. Well, I look at y'all now. All right, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all 757 Fresh Prince. Oh yeah, look, I usually don't look like this. Like my barber, he cut my mustache real thin and it was thick right here, pause, and I didn't want to mess with it. So I usually don't look rough like this. So if you look on, Instagram and stuff, you'll see me with a haircut and edge up.
all right, man. I don't never know how to end this, so as always, bye.
Come on.
Whoa. I'm gonna cut it off before that.